Every real cowboy like myself knows how lonely it is out on the open range, which is why I listen to the Cowboy Boys podcast. With best contractually obligated friends, Shayne Smith and Mac Arthur, the Cowboy Boys will comfort your soul better than any disease-ridden saloon gal ever could. Cowboy Boys.
ASMR, leave that in.
Welcome to... No, wait, I don't know.
What? Did you forget what we were doing or
yes.
what episode it was?
We're podcasting. Do you remember how when we both first started comedy, you were like, I'm going to turn you positive before you turn me negative. Like it was the first year. And you're like, I'm gonna turn Mac into a beacon of positivity. And now you're here black-pilled with me at the bottom, miserable.
Can I tell you, you're right. Yes, it did happen. My positivity slipped by quite a bit. But you know what? A woman got to me before you ever did. So
yeah, I knew what would happen.
You knew a woman would hurt me?
Nothing.
And you didn't warn me?
I told you you would meet me at my level someday. I would drag you down.
You always made it sound like you were gonna convince me. You were gonna like black pill me, Matrix style, like convince me of the horribleness of the world. And the thing is I'm still, I think, in deep down, I'm a very positive person. But yes, I am generally full of malaise and hate because of heartbreak.
No, that's not. It's just the world. That's the real world, baby.
Do you think that like the shroud is lifted once you go into like a state of deep like betrayal and depression and heartbreak, and then you're like, oh no, this is like the real. I'm not in a separate area. This is just like the real thing.
It's the valley of the real.
Yeah.
I didn't teach you anything. I just showed you
what
was possible.
Absolutely ruthless.
That's all right.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal.
Being miserable is fun, though.
You know what? I don't mind it most of the time.
You get used to it, which is scary.
If I wasn't depressed, it wouldn't bother me. The depression, like the chemical depression, is what makes being sad suck. Otherwise, I'd be like, yeah, fuck everybody, and just play video games and enjoy myself and have a good time. Also, comedy's more fun when you're like kind of a little bit full of hate.
You can tell the comics who have never dealt with anything sad or real or terrible in their lives, because then they're just like, they're basically what we're making fun of earlier. They're like a Seinfeld, or what was that, like, have you ever noticed like the door of a fridge is a door? It should be a window.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's the shit you're thinking about. You're like, that's the worst thing in his life right now. Is he's like, oh, you're letting all the cold air out.
Dude, I know. That's like that's why.
She's like, shut up.
I think that's secretly why people harp on women for comedy. They're always like, stop talking about your pussies. And it's not that no one likes pussy talk. Because when Miss Pat talks about her pussy, I fucking love it.
Oh, it's so funny.
But when like a girl's like, my period is hard, and then there's a bunch of other women in the audience who are like, the police shot my uncle. Like, it's like, get the fuck off stage. Let someone who's got something cool to say talk.
Some real horrific stuff.
Yeah. So when a guy's like, my bitch wife won't make me dinner, and I'm just up there like, I got molested 9 times.
Dude, that's the thing. It's not even just like lady comics; it's guy comics too.
Totally.
Like,
they're the worst.
Whoa, women, and I'm just like, it's been done. Unless you're Patrice, don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do relationship stuff.
Dude, you know what we need to do? We need to go to Syria, import some Kurdistani fighters, and teach them how to be funny. Dude, they'll be killing it. They'll just be. How many cool landmine stories are they gonna have? Don't you hate when your third dog you adopted for your kid that week steps on a landmine?
I like that you started that.
I know. I don't know where I was going.
You started it with kind of like an African voice, but ended up redneck.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to do Jerry Seinfeld. I really oscillate between all races and vibes
that was
there.
that was your Jerry?
That was supposed to be Jerry. When you do Jerry, you turn into Ray Romano.
That's because Ray Romano. I think
you're both.
I think a lot of people, because you have to sit and practice voices, but you can just do a voice, and that was the voice I was gifted, is Ray Romano. Oh, I should study his stand up and just.
I know. I really don't know.
I can't remember what he's like.
Deborah! That's his show, but I don't know. Like Deborah, I want to.
Dude,
what's a real Ray Romano problem?
Ray Romano's stand up, I've only watched it a long time ago. It was really good, he was so. It's so back in like the 80s.
You know, Ray Romano was like a mentor to Joe Rogan. So
he was like legit. He's legit one of the funniest comics I've seen, but I've only seen like 10 minutes of his stuff because he immediately got that show.
He has
and
a
then
new special.
Oh, I haven't seen any.
It's on Netflix.
Let's stop recording. Let's watch that right now.
I don't know. I don't think it's good. He's just like, don't you hate when you run out your millions of dollars?
Yeah.
You're just like, okay, why are you here?
Why does the fridge door a door? Why isn't it a window?
I mean, hey, that's a
Deborah!
good one. I want to see some. Deborah, I can't get hard. My Cialis prescription has run out. Please stop.
You gotta find out what voice you can do.
I can't.
You can't do Ray
voices.
Romano. That's my voice.
Yeah.
I claim all Ray Romano.
I can do African guy, but people don't like that.
Let's hear your African guy.
Every time I go to the store, he take the poo-poo, he put it in my mouth.
That's a pretty good
Thank
African
you.
guy. I don't think you need to divert from that one video.
I know. I only have the video of the preacher saying that gay people eat poop. I've just seen it too many times. It's too funny.
That is such a classic video.
So horrific, but also so classic.
Hey everybody, welcome to Cowboy Boys, episode 44.
You know what I love in that video? When he's like, the worst part of gay people, they don't even eat fruit. They buy the fruit, they do not eat it. They take a banana, they put it in their butt. Then someone eat the banana out of his butt.
Does he say that in the video?
Yeah. He's like, they take the grape, they put them into his rectum.
Wait, who's eating the fruit out of the butt?
Dude.
They are eating the fruit.
This guy, firstly, you're wrong because they're eating the fruit.
He's contradicting himself in the same sentence.
Secondly, he Googled gay guy fruit on Pornhub, obviously. Or that's just his fantasies. He's just like... Well, since I think about it, gay people are definitely eating fruit out of each other's asses, right?
That's why they call them that, fruits.
Oh, there you go.
It's not because it comes from that action. That's where it comes from.
He's just doing detective work at home. If they are fruits, then there must be something to do with fruit when you are gay.
My favorite one is the newer one where he's interviewing that like lesbian girl.
Yeah.
And he like introduces her. I don't know if it's the same guy. That was just revealed my racism that every African guy with that accent, they're all bald. They all have the same haircut.
It's tough.
But he's interviewing the lesbian on his like news channel, and he goes, "Welcome to the program," like whatever her name is. And then, so. You are gay.
I love when he says it like it's crazy.
Well, and he's like, "Why are you gay?" And she's just like, "What?
What do you mean, why?" So the idea of someone asking you why, like, bitch, I don't know. Why are you straight? It's like, good question.
Do you think I could find is gay conversion therapy that's banned in a lot of places?
Yes,
right?
Yes, it is.
Is it banned here? Because I would
in New York.
I would like to be tortured until I am gay,
dude. What that would
to flip the switch. Does gay conversion only work one way?
You want to go to reverse gay.
Can I pray the gay in, not away? Can I pray the gay to stay?
You want to pray the gay in?
Yeah. Like when you're an exorcist and you exorcise the gay demons out of somewhere, they have to go somewhere.
True.
Right?
You just be there waiting.
And then just like take it. How about Gay Exorcist, the movie?
Gay exorcist?
Where it's just a guy who goes and exorcises gay demons out of people and then puts them into himself.
Ooh,
So he can become even gayer.
I'm super spooky.
That's how that works, right?
It's just instead of her walking down the stairs backwards, crab walking, it's just a dude singing and dancing his way down the stairs. Oh my god.
There's a super buff dude listening to cool 80s house music.
Hell yeah, man. Just like going to the gym, just like a ripped dude trying to exercise. Oh, exercise the
Satan!
Oh shit, it's me!
Fuck me, Jesus Christ! Doesn't she say that in the movie?
I think so.
She's like, fuck me in the ass, Jesus.
Big reveal, I'm your dark lord and master. Just some fucking, he's wearing a feather boa. So...
Is Satan gay in the South Park movies?
Yeah, he is. He's married
right.
to, he was married to Saddam Hussein until Saddam died.
Oh, man.
I know, it's a love story for the ages.
Was Saddam, he's not the most evil guy.
He's pretty evil.
He's
Him
up
and his
there.
sons are like really up there.
I'm trying to think, though. There has to be more evil dudes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You mean like Vlad the Impaler?
No, I'm talking like modern age.
Oh, modern age. I think the North Koreans are pretty up there.
Oh, yeah?
Kim Jong-un, and then his super hot girlfriend, or no, sister. Sorry, my bad. I Pornhubbed it. Sorry, everybody.
His stepsister.
Yeah. Stepsister, what are you doing? And she's just like shooting prisoners.
It's funny because everyone thought he might have died from that virus.
Oh, dude, I swear to God, I thought people thought he died of being fat.
I mean, fat people do die easier from the virus, which is why I should stay home and you should go out more.
I mean, okay, yeah, sure.
But so they thought he would die, and then like everyone was so in love with his sister, like more women dictators, yes. And all the people were like, "Please step on me, mommy." GF.
It's so funny.
And then there's like the weird porn fantasies idea, but there's people were making artwork of her 2 years ago.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Fantasy porn.
Do you think that because the North Korean government has like an electronic warfare division and they look at all this stuff, do you think they understand sarcasm, or do you think that they're just like, wow, if she takes over, Americans are gonna love it?
That's a good question. So my mom doesn't understand sarcasm in the least.
Yep.
And I don't know how much of that is the language barrier versus like I feel like South Americans, at least the younger generation, gets it because there's a lot of South American memes I see on Instagram, like Spanish memes.
A lot of SpongeBob
that are like very deep fried and like irony laden.
Yeah.
So they do get like, they have to get sarcasm and irony now, especially the internet. But like that generation before, I don't know, like if sarcasm, like it's crazy because even comedy stylings from different countries are so wildly different.
Oh yeah, it's
like,
so physical compared to ours. When you watch it, you're like, oh shit.
Well, Japan is one of my favorite places to watch comedy, and it's so like obsessed with poop and nudity and just, but like in a very slapstick kind of way. They don't like, America has our weird hangups about nudity, our very Puritan nudity, which almost makes it funnier when you see like a naked guy's penis.
Yeah, dude, naked guys are so funny looking.
Where like in another country, if a guy whipped his dick out, everyone would be like, yeah, what? Where's the joke? Where in America, if a guy whips his dick out, we're all like, you can't do that. Just losing our minds. But I don't know like how much is lost in translation, because that's the hardest part about watching Japanese television sometimes. Their references, and I'm like, I don't get it. I get why this is funny, but
yeah, they do a lot of local stuff.
It's just comedy different borders, which is also, England's not funny.
What?
Their comedy is.
I like England. I think English comedy is pretty good. I think I don't know about English comedy as like a whole, like a thing, but I think English people are fucking hilarious. I think a regular English person is much funnier than any other average American. I think Australians, New Zealanders, and English people have a way of speaking to each other and sort of a national vibe where they value being funny and being quirky and being clever way the fuck more than Americans
Now,
do.
how much of that is lost in translation? And they're just like, "This is just how we speak, mate." And you're like, "Haha, you talk funny."
No.
you talk all wibbly wobbly, and they're like, "Oh,
I fucking love your bibbity boobity English.
Yeah, they're like,
no,
"What the-
that's
what
not it. That's not it.
no." Australians and New Zealand, like, I think countries that used to be part of the, what do you call that? The colonies?
With the empire, the British
Empire?
Empire, where they're just like, oh, sorry, everyone. You know how we conquered the whole world? Sorry, everyone. That's a really bad accent, but you guys get it.
No, I think they are really funny. They have a good sense of humor. I think England itself does not.
England as a country, probably no, because
London?
their judges have those fucking wigs. They can't be funny.
No,
But English people, dude, like a regular English girl, dude, a lot of the funniest girls who will just like hit me up in the DMs are English for sure. They always have the weirdest shit to say.
Okay, so I agree. The commoners of England are more. They are more funny than our commoners. They're not more funny than our black people.
No, but
Our black people are top tier funny. They are, any black person in America
any black American, yes,
is funnier than
most comics,
most stand-up comics.
Yes.
And what I'm getting at is most English comedians are terrible.
Dude, I've laughed harder just talking to random dudes on the subway who want to be my friend, or random guys on like online playing Valorant than most comics here in
Dude.
New York.
That's the thing, is like Netflix is giving so many specials to like Indian people and all these foreigner, and I'm like, okay, I don't get it. Like, they do a lot of local references and stuff. Just give comedy specials to random black people.
Dude,
'Cause you're
men
not
and
gonna-
women, they're out there.
Nothing's going to be funnier. They have the best takes on everything.
Dude, if you want the perfect example of like someone who should have been famous a long time ago, but Netflix is just like, or not Netflix specifically, but just the industry just fucked up. It's Miss Pat. You just go watch her.
yeah.
She's a fucking grandma and she's the best. Dude, I fucking
Does she have anything on anything?
yeah, she has a special before her Netflix special.
She has a Netflix special.
She has a Netflix
All
special.
right.
Well, she's on The Degenerates season 2.
There you go.
And she crushes it so fucking hard. It's just like everyone else on there is just like, sorry that you're on there with her, but she's the best. So she's literally in my top 5 comics.
Yeah. I was kind of like dating this girl, and we started talking about comedy, and she said her favorite comedian was some like British guy, some young British guy, and I felt my attraction for her like die a little bit.
Oh no!
Because
was it Daniel Sloss?
No,
Okay.
I couldn't tell you. his
He's a
name.
Scottish guy that sometimes people are like, "Do you like him? He tells stories like you." And I'm like, "No, he doesn't."
No,
Please
Scottish
stop.
guys. I like the Scottish and Irish. It's English people themselves, because Scottish and Irish people, they've been through the shit, and so they're funny.
Yeah.
Or all English comedy is like a one-man show where they're up there like doing a play, and it's I hate that.
Where are the women in English comedy? Are there any funny chicks? Do you know of any off the top of your head?
No, I've only seen.
And Eddie Izzard doesn't count.
You know what? I think he does count, or she does count.
No,
wait,
Eddie
what
Izzard's not trans.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Eddie Izzard isn't trans.
He's a cross-dresser.
He's a transvestite, right?
I don't know if that's the correct terminology, but I
I'm
think
pretty-
cross-dresser is correct.
I think transvestite. I might be wrong, but transvestite is the correct terminology for a man who dresses in women's clothing.
Oh, okay.
Transvestite is not trans.
Because that's what I enjoy to wear women's clothing sometimes. So
Well, you're a transvestite.
hell yeah, dude.
It's just like an old school term that no one uses.
When I was a kid, I thought that meant that you were born with both.
No, that's a hermaphrodite.
Yeah. But I was just saying, when I was a kid, that's what I thought. So I was very confused by a lot of conversations.
So I type in transvestite into Google, and wants to autocomplete transvestite restaurant NYC.
What?
Whoa, should we go there?
I mean,
Lucky Chang's drag cabaret. So transvestite might be like closer to drag. Maybe that's just what it turned into. Like we just call it drag now. Should I just ask Google, is it okay to say transvestite? Transvestite, transsexual, transgender. Here's what you need to... Oh, this is a British site. I'm not listening to you. I want an American...
opinion?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. What are you discovering? What have you found?
This Australian site says, here's exactly why the word transvestite is offensive.
I knew you were fucking up. I knew it.
Dude, how... Here's the Wikipedia.
Are we learning together? Are we all getting woker on this podcast right now?
Transvestite. A person, typically a man, who derives pleasure from dressing in clothes appropriate to the opposite sex.
Appropriate. What does that even mean?
The term was not always as offensive as it is today. It's
no kidding.
It's considered to be obsolete and potentially offensive to those that occasionally or regularly cross-dress or are gender variant. The reason the term has become more offensive is connection to the term transvestic fetishism.
So people fetishize. They're just like, I put on a dress and I come, and now other people are like, no, that's not what I do.
I just get sexual pleasure from it. I don't actually come.
No, you don't get pleasure. It's just fun to dress up. It's just fun to play dress up. It's like for the same reasons, like when you put on a cool shirt, you're like, hell yeah. Sometimes you put on a dress and you're like, fuck yeah. You know? And then these guys are like, I put on a dress and I beat it.
So here's some term I learned. There's a problem that arises with any such terms called the euphemism treadmill.
Whoa! Teach me.
It happens such terms that begin to be associated with negative image or biased opinion, and so a new term is avoided that bias. The new word tends to slowly accumulate bias, and then yet another word is used. For this reason, transsexual is becoming less favored over transgender, largely in part due to the porn industry turning transsexual into a buzzword for the use and doctors pathologizing the people under their term. There are a lot of like porn terms that are like accepted to Google something that are not accepted in normal speak. Like you can still say tranny in a lot of porn stuff, and you type that in and you'll get exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah, but white women say the N-word in porn, so it's like where the line is blurred because of the sex. Have you ever seen Riley Reid rap? Remember when she didn't get canceled for that?
I thought she did get canceled for saying the N-word a bunch.
She's not canceled at all, dude.
Maybe
her apology was just like, she's like, hi, I'm so sorry for what I did. And people are like, is that microphone a black dude's dick? And she's like, it is. This is my apology. You're like, wow.
It's hard to cancel someone when you're hard. Like, you're like, oh, I forgive you.
I mean, it's definitely, I will say, it would speak to his argument if Donald Trump was like, I'm sorry for the way I've treated Mexicans, and now Pueblo back here is gonna fuck me. And then he just, I don't know why Trump is JFK, but and then a guy fucks him, and you're like, oh, it seems like he might not be racist.
Do you want to hear some euphemism treadmills?
Sure.
So lame and crippled. Can you say that anymore?
Yeah, no, crippled is still pretty one where people are like, oh no.
So that you can't say those. I know, yeah, those used to be the old terms.
Lame is one that we use all the time.
Well, I think it's so old that it like everyone's forgot it. So instead of lame and crippled, people started saying handicapped. But then handicapped, you stopped like kind of became too.
Yeah. Now that one's a little bit of an insult.
They started saying disabled, but now you can't say disabled. So then they started saying physically challenged. But now physically challenged meant like, oh, they're not really challenged. So we had to start saying differently abled.
Differently.
But so
is it? Wait. I love the idea of someone.
It still goes.
I know. Hold on. I love the idea of someone being like, I'm differently abled, and you're like, all right, but better differently abled, and they're like, it's worse.
I feel like they said like, well, we can't say someone's different because that might make them feel bad. So now we say people with disabilities, and that's where this term ends. Which is, I'm still like back saying handicapped, and I say disabled for a lot of them. I think that's where I'm at. my wokeness is 10 years back. Maybe
I-
they're also like predicting the future. Like, hey, we need to come up with terms now because these ones are going to become obsolete as more people start saying them.
Dude, the kids I used to work with, they used to call each other retarded all the time.
Well, here's the old term used to be idiot, imbecile, or moron, and that became. We still use those.
Dude, okay, firstly, just hold up, though. Just think about how fucking funny it is for a doctor to be like, the issue, ma'am, your son's an imbecile.
He's medically a moron.
Diagnosed as a moron.
Isn't-
Just imagine a doctor with a stethoscope, like a guy who went to school for 9 years, just being like, he's a moron.
No,
like, it's
I'm imagining
so funny.
I'm imagining a doctor coming up to a mother and she's like, "What's wrong with him?" And he's like, "I don't. You may want to sit down for this. Your son is an imbecile." And then she's like, "No,
no.
I'm sorry." So you can't say those words anymore, which is funny because those are so old that you can say them. You call people idiots and morons
All the time.
And
Imbecile's a fun one. I haven't said that one in a minute.
and so those became not correct. So now we say mentally retarded. Some of us.
Dude, if you put the mentally before it, it really drives it home. What kind of retarded? Dude, mentally.
Well, I mean, I'm emotionally retarded.
yeah. I mean, listen, Mag, we wouldn't be here together if we weren't. But
You can't say retarded anymore, so now you have to say mentally challenged. Mentally challenged, that one always felt weird to me. I don't know why.
it doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
So the kids I used to work with used to call each other retarded all the time.
Yeah.
And then and the staff at my work, like, you know, they're all really not good with that word at all. So they were just like, "Oh my God, don't say it." And I was like, if anyone can, it's probably them, right? And then the staff was just like, "You have to help us teach them not to." So they wanted them to call each other developmentally disabled. But I was just like, they're never using it.
Well, so
They're using it as an insult towards each other. So I don't
Yeah.
like. What do you want them to insult each other by using the term you don't want to be an insult? What are you doing? Just let them say what they're gonna say.
I feel like anything can be a pejorative.
Yeah. So
this fucking man over there. And you're like, what?
By the way, you want to hear something fun? So,
Wait, I gotta finish this list.
okay. There's still more.
Mentally challenged, you can't say. So then they had to say with an intellectual disability, and then that turned into learning disability. Then that turned into learning difficulties, and now we say special needs, which I think that this
It's
list
the
is
worst one.
This list is even like out of date. When did they answer this question?
Yeah, because it's developmentally disabled. That's what it is now. At
Uh,
least as far as I know.
Did the African lady did she say retarded?
Yeah.
She was
Yeah. Because I worked at my
these
work.
retards.
At my work,
Yeah.
I worked with half like Mormon people who were like, "I work here because God wants me to help people."
Because I want to buy my way into heaven.
Exactly. And then the other half of the people I worked with were immigrants who got placed into the job by the government, right? They immigrate and then they're with programs and the government gives them the job. So I worked with all these Somalis people and they ruled. They were so fun. I loved all of them. And one of the women I worked with, her name was Antoinette. She's this big black lady from Somalia and she left her husband behind and she was like saving up money to bring him over.
Damn.
But she would be
What a
like,
boss bitch.
she had a bunch of sugar daddies on the internet. She was scamming. Dude, she was a queen. She would scam African dudes in Africa from the USA, and she would have them send the stuff to our work. And because I used to work like 2 20-hour shifts, I would always be at work in the morning or at night when like the UPS guy would show up, and I would hold her like weird tea sets or sugar daddies would send her, and she would always just be like, dude.
But she still had her husband, right?
Yeah.
So
he had no idea. Well, he found out eventually, and it was a whole thing.
Oh, I thought I was gonna be like, I want nothing more than my wife working in another country to be scamming other dudes for me.
Dude, but how badass
For
is
me though.
she's in America scamming Ethiopians or whatever in Ethiopia, just fucking shredding these dudes. It was so funny. And she was great, dude. She would yell at the kids in French. because she was from French Africa.
Oh.
Yeah, she was fucking great, man. But she was a scam queen. She had all these simps, these African simps who would like send her stuff. And then once one of them got the number of work and called, and he was just like,
Is he angry?
Yeah. He was just like, let me speak to Antoinette. And I was just like, she's not here. And he was like, who are you? And I was like, I'm her son, in a perfect American accent. Like, I don't know how to handle this right now. I told her what I did, and she was like, that's fine.
Do you wanna know the feminine or masculine way to say retarded in French?
Dude, both?
Retardé.
It's the computer saying it. We can't get in trouble, French people.
They sound the same to me. Is that what she would call them?
I did hear some things in there.
Oh man.
Oh dude,
So
she
we
ruled so
not
hard.
only did we learn about the euphemism treadmill, but you can't say transvestite anymore.
No, you can't. So we gotta stop saying all the words we said just now, everyone. We're so sorry.
I mean,
or are we? But so here's an update on this, by the way. So I'm going back to Utah. Utah opened back up, which I don't agree with, but whatever, it doesn't matter. So one of my clients, my old clients, a kid that I have partial custody of technically, he escaped the group home he lives in and told them he was leaving to look for me. So they're like, it's so sad. So
what if he had made it here?
Dude, that'd be wild.
Yeah, I feel like you would
we'd have to harbor him as a fugitive.
Yeah. You'd buy your freedom if he made it across the country, showed up at your doorstep. I'd be like,
there's our third on the podcast.
Yeah, you've earned your freedom.
Just some kid with a deep developmental disabilities. He would have some wild shit to say.
Can he talk?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He can talk. He has a lot to say, mostly about Legos and sex. So
he'd fit right in.
Yeah. He's honestly, truly. You know what? You guys wouldn't even tell the difference. So he rules. He's the one that they took his lightsabers away because if he pays for it with his money, they're allowed to like take it away if it's a danger. But then if you get him a gift, they're not allowed to take the gift. So I bought him a box of lightsabers, and then he had infinite lightsabers to hit the staff with. So, like, he went from just, like, having one lightsaber that they took away from him, and now he's General fucking Grievous with just, like, 9 lightsabers. He can smack people.
Why'd you buy him a lightsaber? Why didn't you buy him something cool like a gun?
Just why they can't take it away from him. He's just eating with it, shooting it in the air.
I'm not saying buy him bullets. Don't buy him bullets. Just give him a gun.
Just to menace the staff with a gun.
Maybe pistol whip someone around. You don't even need bullets. A gun is so imposing.
They're heavy. They're metal. So I hate everyone who works there. I bought him lightsabers.
Well, not everyone.
Not everyone. Well, everyone I used to like quit. They're all moved on with their lives.
They went back to Africa.
No, Antoinette moved her husband.
Oh.
And then once he came to the United States, she's like, I don't have to work again. And he's like, correct. So now he works and she stays home.
Damn.
Fucking queen, dude.
That's all I want in life.
Also, once she visited him for like 3 days, and when she came home, she was pregnant, like immediately, dude. That they fucked for all 3 days. Like, good for her. So, she left. She was my favorite.
Antoinette.
Antoinette.
If you're out there, please call in.
Dude, it would be wild if she found me. I would love it. She used to do so many crazy things and just be like, shh, don't tell anyone. Like, like we were supposed to bring the kids to church once, and she was just like, what if we did not?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. So, she also helped me with the strip club thing.
Take him to the strip club?
She was down with it. So, anyway, so John, I don't know if I should. It doesn't matter. It's just his first name. So I got him lightsabers. He hits the staff with them. The staff can't take them away because they're a gift. It's very funny that I sent him a box of lightsabers. So
they probably threw them away after you left.
No, they're not allowed. And if I find out, they'll be in a lot of trouble. I will pursue. So they do this thing where they keep texting me about it. His caseworker texts me. So he wants to wear superhero costumes as clothes.
Yes.
And they're like, you're not allowed. You have to be a regular adult, blah, 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 blah. So he keeps having to go to work wearing regular clothes, and he hates it.
Where's he work? At a grocery store?
No, he's an artist.
Oh, what?
Yeah. He's a professional artist. He makes art and they
Then
sell
why
it.
can't he wear a superhero
You
costume?
fucking tell me, man. I don't know. It bothers the shit out of me.
I know plenty of artists who dress crazier.
True. So
you're just like, what are you wearing?
he also wants to like go to the grocery store as Spider-Man. You know what I mean? So they're like, you can't. And it's so clear that one, they are embarrassed to be around a grown man in a Spider-Man costume. Two, they are trying to push what they think an adult life is supposed to look like onto him and their idea of maturity. So it bothers the fuck out of me. So I'm literally the last holdout. I am the only person not signing off on he's not allowed to wear superhero stuff.
Yeah.
But at every turn, they try to stop him. So I made my brother go into storage and dig out his Batman costume and his Spider-Man costume. So when I go to visit next week and I go to visit him, I'm going to show up in Batman costume. And by the way, I just want you to know that everyone, that they hate me so much at that job. Like, they know who I am. Like, when they hire new people, they have to brief them like, hey, sometimes you're going to have to interact with Shayne Smith, the comedian, and he's going to despise you and he's going to treat you badly and like try to get the guys to do bad stuff. So I'm
to do bad stuff.
So I'm gonna show up to get John for lunch, like just regular style, like, hey, I'm here to take him for lunch. But instead of regular style, I'm gonna show up as Batman. And my plan is, and I'm not joking, I'm gonna try to film it. I'm going to talk in Batman voice the whole time, even when John's not around. So like, he's gonna go change, and they're gonna be like, so you'll be back at 9, and I will be like, we will be.
Do you think his roommates get jealous?
Yes.
They're like, you met Batman?
Whoa, Batman came. Did you fucking see that? Batman came and took him to lunch. They're just going to be like, what do you... I'm just going to be yelling about justice. These staff are just going to be so bummed out. I hate them, though. They suck, dude. How the fuck are you going to make him not wear a costume? Let him be Spider-Man at the grocery store. When I worked there, dude, it was lawless. The kids were just like, I want a mohawk. I was like, dude, I'll shave your head into a mohawk right now. I want to eat fucking spaghetti-o with spaghettios with whatever in it. I was like, I don't care. Put it in there, dude.
Yeah, they're not.
Let's find out together.
They don't have normal jobs. They don't live in a normal world.
Yeah, dude. Who fucking
Let
cares?
them do whatever they want.
Dude, it's so wild that people are such babies about them doing stuff.
That's just like it's not even like special needs. It's everyone.
Yeah.
There's so many, like, I remember going to high school and there was a girl who she was a juggalo and wore a clown face thing, and I was like, oh, well, you do you.
Yeah.
And it was cool that she did that, and
definitely
there's so many people that wear whatever you want that makes you feel good. Halloween's an interesting time because you always see the people that are like, well, it's October 1st. I'm going to wear my costume now.
Yeah. I love when they're like, and for the entire month, I will be a cat. And you're like, just be the cat year round.
Yeah,
I know you want to be.
There are furries walking around.
Yes.
I do see people walking around with tails. But that's the thing. People like me, I'm of that mindset. I'm like, do you, but I'm also going to make fun of you when I see you in public.
Yes. Well, and I'm not going to make fun of you to your face, but know that I am making fun of you. But you also truly, and I can't stress this enough, if you think you're not doing anything to be made fun of, you are also a person I'm making fun of for sure. Maybe more than the other people.
I mean, I feel like every last human gets made fun of in their lifetime.
By us?
No, by everyone.
Oh,
just
yeah.
being outside, walking around. You get made fun of. Something happened, and you accidentally stumble, or you don't notice your shirt's inside out, and people are gonna make fun of you. Does it fucking matter? No. Just keep going.
I hope so many people have gotten a laugh out of shit talking me behind my back.
Yeah.
Random strangers, dude. I can't tell you how many guys have probably just been like, huh, was that Post Malone but uglier? And some girl's like, you're so clever at dinner as I walk by. And good for him. I hope he gets the blowjob.
Who cares?
Yeah.
People, I'm all for making fun of everything.
Totally. I will say it was something
there's no
very
limit.
funny, though. Once I had my headphones in, and a guy in line, while I was standing in line, I heard him say to his girlfriend, some bullshit. I hear it all the time. It was like looks like he got into a box of Sharpies, and she gave him nothing. He was just sitting there silently, and I was just like,
He
that
bombed.
guy bombed hard as fuck just now. Damn, dude, you fucking tough room. Go fuck yourself, buddy.
That's the thing. You can make fun of whoever you want, but it has to be funny.
It has to be funny.
If it's funny, you can get away with anything.
Is that the Chris Rock thing when he says, "What's the difference between a racist joke and a not racist joke?" If everybody laughs.
I don't remember, but yeah. That's
When he says everybody, by the way, he means a diverse audience. I've heard people say that, and it's like, no, you can't say something racist to a room of only white people.
That's what, dude. I've heard plenty of racist jokes where it's just like, I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing because of the racism. I'm not laughing because I've heard that 1,000 times.
Oh yeah.
Up. Like, tell me a funny racist joke. I've heard every now and then a new one pops up, and I'm like, that was pretty good. But I'm trying to even come up with one right now that
I've heard
like,
that I can't tell you how many times I've heard the how do you fit 6 million Jews in a VW bug? 3 in the back, 2 in the front, and then 6 million in the ashtray. And it's like, firstly,
dude,
you could get maybe a quarter of a person into an ashtray, if that.
Okay, now you're doing the autism logic way. Where like, I'm not going to enjoy that joke because of its premise that I do with a lot of but it's just like, yeah, I've heard that joke from probably when I was in the 2nd grade, and it's just.
Can
like,
I tell you the hardest I've ever laughed at a Jew joke?
Yes.
Well, maybe not the hardest, because I'm sure there's ones I'm not remembering. But one of the ones I remember is when I was in high school, and this new kid, moved to town, which is a big deal where I'm from. And he was like, "Whoa, you guys are Jewish?" He goes, "I knew Jewish people growing up in the city." We're like, "Whoa, cool." And he goes, "Did you know my grandpa's not? He died in a concentration camp." And we were like, "Crazy." He goes, "Yeah, he fell out of his guard tower drunk." And that left turn got us so hard. It's the first time I'd ever heard that.
Yeah,
and since I've heard it a ton, but the first time I heard that, I was like, "Wow, that was fucking choice."
And I wonder if that's why people retell the same jokes.
Maybe
because
they'll get someone eventually.
Dude,
My
I've heard that.
dad does this thing where he accidentally tells me the same jokes all the time. I'm like, "You told me last year." And he doesn't remember though.
I mean, that's excusable, but some of these racist jokes.
Are you looking up racist jokes right now?
Maybe.
You got a good one? They're all so boring.
How do you blindfold a Chinese person?
Is it with dental floss?
Yeah, you put dental floss over their eyes. You just got it immediately because it's so old and bad and shitty.
Oh, it's so stupid. It's so bad.
What is a Mexican's favorite sport?
I don't know.
Cross country.
Oh, okay. I didn't get it for a second.
Another thing about you know what? Another shitty part about racist jokes is someone's like, "Can I tell you a joke?" And you're like, "Okay." So, and then the setup is like 10 minutes.
Oh, dude.
And it's like, so then the Mexican guy talks to the genie, and the genie goes, "You sure you want that? I can only give you 5 wishes, but it's a Monday." And then the Arab guy and you're just like, my God.
So you have to understand, this particular black guy's mustache was in rare form. You're like, what the fuck? Why are you world building now?
And then like 10 minutes later, they finally get to the punchline, and they're like, and you're just like, that was not worth it. That fucking wasted so much time. I hate it. I want to kill myself for like having stood there. Old boomer jokes are so terrible.
Dude, they really are.
Let's read some.
Read me some boomer jokes. Make me laugh.
Let's go to the worst subreddit, joke subreddit. I'm going to go to the top joke on... Let's go to the top joke of the month. Jesus, it's like 10 paragraphs. All right, here's the second one. It's a 2-liner. I walked in on my girlfriend having sex with her personal trainer. Me. Okay, this isn't working out.
What?
Because his she's supposed to be working out, but then the joke is
Oh,
Dude.
I see. I thought that he's like, she cheated on me, so I left.
That
You're like,
has
whoa.
50,000 people like that joke.
Set it off, king.
Dude, that stinks. I wonder if someone's laughing at that right now. If it makes you laugh, I envy you. I truly do. I've been so poisoned by irony and humor and everything. That's another thing that once you start doing stand-up, it really ruins all comedy for you forever. You peek behind the curtain and you see all the magic of standing on a stage and like everything. You start like decompiling jokes in your head. You see them come from a mile away. It must be so much fun to be a comedy fan and never have the desire to ever do stand-up.
I still like stand-up.
I do too, but none of it makes me laugh. So.
I still laugh at a lot of it.
Nope, I'm too poisoned. I'm too far gone. My brain is too big. I'm too smart. To
Oh,
laugh.
okay. Yeah, that's the problem. You're too
Yes.
smart.
See
Not too miserable and horrible.
I see every punchline coming from 1,000 meters away. What's in your teeth? You good?
I'm good. My lips are dry. I
Oh.
fell asleep like an idiot with my window open, and I only slept for like 3 hours, but I also did one of those exhaustion sleeps where you just stay up for 30 hours and then fall asleep. So my mouth is wide open, so my throat and my lips are all dried out.
What? Does that...
It happens.
You can just tell when you slept with your mouth open?
Yeah, I can.
And
Dude, that's a
then-
real thing. Can you not?
No.
Does the fat in your... Does it protect you? I don't understand.
I just can't breathe no matter what. I just stop breathing for 8 hours. And when I wake up,
You
and
have sleep apnea the whole
Dude.
time.
I probably do. Can you hear me in there? Sleep?
No, I can never hear you. Can you hear me?
No. Well, you're not fat and snoring, probably.
Have you ever heard me beat off?
No.
Huh. Interesting.
Why did you beat up loudly?
Sometimes I forget that you're home like during the day when you have work, and I like wake up and I'm just like gonna crank one out, and I'm just listening to porn on this full volume on the speakers, and I'm just like, oh yeah, Mac was here.
I'm a heavy sleeper, though.
Yeah, you are. What if the reality is I'm just like at your door beating off, listening to you sleep?
Listen to my snoring.
Ugh. Dude.
Yeah. I had an ex tell me I snored too loud. And
Really?
I was like, I could lose weight, I guess.
Oh
That's
no,
really the only solution for
that's
that.
so fucked up. You know, you want to hear something absolutely so gay? Is I like when a girl snores. Like if I'm dating a girl and she snores, like there's something like really like about a girl's rhythmic snoring. It's just like so like comforting and
Like-
nice, and it's just like yeah, dude. Oh, it's so cute, dude. I love it, dude. I love a good snorer. Also, I like white noise. Like, noise doesn't bother me when I'm sleeping, so I'm super happy to have it. There's just something so, like, nice about just being on your
Girl
computer.
snoring.
And you look back and she's just snoring away. It's like, oh, she's there. It helps you know that she's there. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm really sad. Maybe I'm just too sad
You're
these
so-
days,
You're
dude.
so deprived from humans.
Yeah, man. I'm really struggling. Oh,
Dude.
no.
That's...
When you're like, man, I miss when bitches were snoring. That's when you know you've got a real problem.
It's funny how much you complain. You're truly not as black-pilled as me.
No,
'Cause
no.
You'll be like, man, I'm so like deprived of girls, and I'm just like, that's because you haven't been with someone for a few months.
yeah. No, you're...
cry me a fucking river.
Though I will say that if you wanted to, you could.
Oh yeah.
But you choose not to.
I walk out of things all the time. I'm just like, I'm done. I can't. I don't know. My heart's just not in it sometimes. There are girls out there hitting me up, but I'm like, see ya.
True. They're never New York, though. That's the thing, is that it's so funny when a girl slides into your DMs, it's like, great. Even if I like you, my feelings are going to get hurt because you're too far away.
Why? Airplanes exist.
Okay, you're going to airplane wait once a month, maybe, if you're lucky.
What? How much does a plane ticket? Most 400.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. For 2 days?
For 2 days?
2 days a month is enough for you to have a relationship?
She has to pay half, right?
Oh my god, dude. Fuck.
Oh, she's just gonna come out here and bust a nut and for free? See, this is why I'm just like, well, I guess I'll talk to you later.
I wonder how many girls have not come and you're like, did you come? And they're like, fuck, I gotta tell this guy I came.
No girl has faked it with me. I can tell.
Oh yeah.
You can't fake your.
You're a pussy detective.
You can't fake your face getting all red.
Yeah,
it's one of the telltale signs.
I don't want to be this guy, but if a fat dude's on top of you fucking you, your face is gonna be red, bro. That's your indicator.
It's a good one.
Take her temperature and her pussy to make sure afterwards. It raises when she comes. That's how I know.
Yes.
I did have a friend once who was like, my girlfriend comes every time. And we were like, no, she doesn't. You fucking liar. And he's like, no, she does. I'm almost positive of it. She makes a lot of noise. We're like, ask her. And he got her on speakerphone and he was like, hey, honey, I know it's a weird conversation. I don't want to have it drawn out, but I just want to, am I making you come?
Wait, you know how I know he didn't make her come? Because he calls her honey in front of all his friends. Hey, goes, honeykins.
Hey, honey, you come, right? And she was like, no, I get really close, but not yet. And he like had
not yet?
full, dude, he had never made her come in like 6 months. He had a full mental breakdown, a 22-year-old guy, just like in front of all of us and his friends. He's just like, oh my God, I thought I was making her. And we were clowning him, dude, so hard. It was just probably not healthy. It's probably very bad for his mental health.
That's how you heal as a man. You got to hit rock bottom and bounce back.
True. I mean, listen, to his credit, I'm pretty sure he's
dead now.
Yeah. He was like, you got to let me make you come. Tell me what you want.
You got to let me make you come.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of girls will just fuck you and not even tell you what they want. And
that
you're
is
like, okay, well, that was on you.
That is my style. I'm like, you bitch, you better.
Yeah, dude, I'm the same way. Bro.
I'll make you come against your... Wait, that sounds wrong.
No, wait. My whole thing is...
I will make you come against your will with your consent.
I've literally been like, I'm not coming if you don't. And they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah. So you better tell me how to do it. You better fucking give me the keys to the fucking, like, you know what it is? Making a girl come is like doing a dungeon in Zelda. Like, you got to get the hook shot first, you know? You've got to like, there's always like a special item you got to find. And they need to tell you where that item is. You need the map, the boss key.
I feel like I can't, or I mean I can, but it's not enjoyable for me. I don't like busting unless she has.
Oh, me too. I literally don't care to. I have not several times, and girls have not been stoked.
But it's also like if that's... If you're both not hitting it, you can be like, let's give up.
yeah. Both of you could be like, good sesh. Let's hit it. Let's get it back. Let's run it back in 20.
Like that was fun, but we didn't happen this time.
Well, also there's a lot of like real quick. I'm kind of hard. Let's fuck on the side, like on the side of the couch before we go to work, real quick. Oh, neither of us finished, but that was fun. And then you both leave the apartment type stuff, you know. But listen, sometimes it just doesn't work. But in general, I'm like, everyone comes or no one comes. It's like Starship Troopers. Everybody fights, nobody quits.
Yes.
Like,
it is a team effort.
Yeah, it has to be. So,
I
don't know.
I think as long as you're above 51% with a lady, you're good.
Above 51?
Yeah.
I
more often than not.
I would like an 80% shooting. I would like an 80% free throw rating.
Every man would like 100%.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. Listen, no girl has 100% with me either, so.
I'm probably like 70, 80.
Yeah, 70, 80?
I'm up there. I'm pretty good.
With them, with you? Like you come 70 to 80% of the time?
No, I'm 100%.
Oh, you're 100%? You're batting a cool 100,
But
huh?
they're like 70, 80.
Damn.
I told you, everyone's, it's the girth. Slept on.
The girth gets slept on. Dude, I can't tell you how many girls I've not finished for and just been like, no, I'm done. And they always play it cool, but then later they'll message me and be like, am I ugly? And you're like, no, chill out. You're fine. Yeah. Except for the low key, yes. No, I'm kidding. Oh my God. Oh, that's so fucked up. But it's real.
Deborah, did you come?
What's the deal with women not coming? Tell me where your clitoris is. Is it near your butthole? I don't know.
Yeah, Seinfeld complaining about it.
Don't you hate when you're fucking your 17-year-old girlfriend and she doesn't even know where her clitoris is? Bitch, I can't find it if you don't know where it is.
You're 17. I'm coming. You should be coming.
The only thing she comes from is high school to my apartment.
My daughter's fucking a comedian. He's a billionaire. I don't know if Ray Romano has kids.
You think Jerry's fucking raised kids?
Yeah, that's the.
I feel pretty good bit.
I feel like Ray Romano is a wholesome guy. I've never heard any controversy.
My
about
brother's
him.
large. I don't know. I can't do Ray Romano.
Oh yeah, what's that guy? He's like really tall.
I'm a large guy. No, I don't know how to do his
What's
voice. I just said
so fucking bad.
I just said he was large as an indicator that I was doing the voice.
I like that you tried to do like tall as an accent. I'm tall.
Dude, in my mind, tall guys, I'm a big guy.
They do have deeper voices.
I'm large. I'm here to be a bouncer and not be able to fit into pants.
What is his name? Brad Garrett. Brad Garrett. He's a tall guy. How tall is he? What would you say? 6'12"?
Dude, you think Ray Romano just sounds like Ray Romano during the sex? He's just like, Deborah, your pussy feels so good wrapped around my cock. Like, it's...
Does Ray Romano sound like Ray Romano during sex?
Well, I mean, listen, we both know it's in Ray Romano's best interest not to sound like Ray Romano when he's talking dirty.
That's the thing is...
Back it up, Deborah. I don't know.
If there are girls who just... There are girls out there right now that want to fuck Ray Romano more than anyone on this planet.
Oh, it deals me so much psychic damage.
Why?
Because it's real.
Remember, there was those smoking 10 out of 10s. Those two girls that were at the after show with Gilbert Godfrey, and they're like, "You want to come up to our hotel thing and fuck both of us?" And Gilbert's like, "That's fine. Thanks for coming out." Like, I'll talk to you ladies later.
Dude, Gilbert,
he just like
a true family man.
Yeah, just did not. And I'm like, that makes sense in my mind from Gilbert's perspective. Like, yeah, he just had he doesn't. He's whatever. He loves his wife. He loves his kids. Doesn't want to. He's tired. He's old. But who are these girls that look the way they do? They look like models.
Remember when Pauly Shore was in town and there was like he had an entourage he had a harem of bimbos, and it was like Pauly Shore, the fucking this guy,
but like young bimbos too.
Yeah, they like, bitch, you didn't watch a Goofy movie. Why are you trying to fuck this guy?
Dude, not even Goofy movie, but like what was wasn't he
in Biodome?
He's in Biodome. He's in a lot of the like this guy. His career, he was famous and his career died before you were born.
Dude.
And you're still like...
Anything for clout.
Is that what it is? You think they're chasing clout? I
don't know.
I think there's a lot of them that are like genuinely just attracted to...
Who do you brag to? I mean, listen, people do crazy things to fuck me. So I'm like, and I'm not famous by any means.
That's what I mean. Pauly Shore, though, is... to be like... 21 and be like, I'm hanging out with Pauly Shore.
I mean, I guess we're simps for what we like, though. If a girl likes someone who's like powerful, quote unquote, or just like in the limelight or whatever, and then there's me and I'm like, her tweets are funny, and I just like obsess about fucking her, you know?
Look, if after I'm a wash up, I may already be there. If a hot girl wants to fuck me because what I used to do, I'm there for it.
Literally all it takes for me is to just have like a good Twitter, and I'm just like, who is she? Oh my God. And like, I'm pathetic.
Oh yeah? That's all it takes?
I mean, pretty much, truly.
All right. Well, start tweeting, gals.
It's such a bummer. You know what's such a bummer is someone will tweet me and be like, my Twitter's good. And it's like, listen, it's not though.
I'm trying to think of a really good Twitter. It's all kind of...
I don't want to like tip my hat to the girls I've crushed on in the past.
So don't.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna say their names.
But it's funny because like I don't know if it's just the world we live in.
Justin Wang has a good Twitter.
He just retweets a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, but but he also tweets a lot of stuff himself. That's great. But even aggregating content is a good Twitter.
What I was gonna say is though, it's like I feel like everyone is trying to be funny online now, more so than ever. Like it's all just jokes and Vines and TikToks, and it's hard to actually. I don't know. It's not hard. It's kind of easy too. Some people are just naturally funny.
Well, yeah, I think so.
It's crazy to like you'll come across someone brand new you've never heard before, and like, oh, this person's funny, and then they'll have like 40 million followers, and you're like, wait, who was this?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you have to have that little bit of natural funny, and then you have to want to be funny. You have to like make an effort. So it has to be talent plus desire. But in any case, Mac, do you have anything you want to plug?
I'm looking at Pauly Shore right now.
What about him? You want to plug Pauly Shore? What's he up to?
On the beach. He's got a good old man body.
Twitch TV.
He's not.
Twitch.tv/Shaydozer, everybody.
I feel like he's less. He used to be gross, but now he's kind of like old dad. Like, I can see it.
Sub to our Patreon. Patreon.com/cowboyboys. The Patreon pays our rent. Almost. Not really, but we want it to.
He's got a big old bag hanging out of his Speedo.
Oh, nice.
Maybe that's what it is.
He's got big.
You know what it is? You can, when you're on a stage, you're just junk is at eye
dude.
level for everyone.
I get girls who text me about my dick after shows, and I'm like, what?
Is that the secret?
And no, it bums me out because I'm like, I did an hour of jokes.
My stand up is up here.
Yeah, please. God. Yeah, follow Mac, twitch.tv/Dr. MacArthur.
You're really pushing my Twitch.
I want you to Twitch more.
I would. I don't have time. I would absolutely.
You have weekends? Just do one. I do one night a week, and then
know.
some bonus nights. Just do one weekend night.
I'll get there. Give me time.
Okay, everybody.
Go to our iTunes and rate and review us.
Yeah, we've got so many.
We've got some really good
and
ones.
they're so good. They make us so happy, and they genuinely help the podcast. I'm always surprised by how much it helps. iTunes, what a wild world we live in.
Here's a good review. It says, great. Can't wait for the sex tape. 5 stars.
Hell yeah, dude.
I like those reviews. Short and sweet.
The sex tape of me filming Mac having sex.
That's as close as a sex tape of me and you will happen. It's you behind the camera.
Me drilling a hole through the wall and filming you making love to the first lucky lady you get.
I'd be cool with that.
Yeah.
I don't know if she would. You'd have to ask her separately.
I'll ask her, but not you. Now that you've given me consent.
Yeah, you have my blanket consent.
Ooh,
to
hell yeah! She's just, what's that? It's a full TV camera, like in the corner. What the fuck? All right, everyone. Fucking Patreon, Twitch. We have no. I have no job, so help me.
Yeah.
I'm chilling. Please, God.
If you want anything to evolve with us, go to cowboyboys.rodeo, our website. You can email us at cowboyboyspodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, we'll answer all your questions, concerns, look at your weird photos, watch videos you send us, listen to your music, all of that stuff.
Yeah, someone sent us. What was the most recent one?
Did we get more? We got some naked people, which is always cool. Everyone who's been naked has been cool. It's nice when they're naked and it's not awful. I'm surprised we haven't gotten like some real brutal naked ones.
Well, there was that one girl who sent us a picture of the spider bite on her butt.
Well, that was different though. That was educational.
That one was pretty brutal, but no, it's all awesome. I like it. Yeah, go to our website, rate and review us on iTunes. Please subscribe to our Patreon if you want more. If you don't want more, don't subscribe. But
True.
But you'll never know what we say about you on there.
And we say everything. So
All right.
much.
Well.
All right, everyone. Fucking yeehaw.